Guys. Somehow we need to figure out how to get a win at home.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team... Real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A look here on your screen at how Washington's going to line up defensively. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go! White, 90!
Dobbs is throwing. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Into the Redskins. How did they do?
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up,
He's on the
to
ground.
either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Wow.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a
False
sign
start.
of things to come with this crowd. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Smith, and incomplete to open things up. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Josh Sweat.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain,
Still
but
third
all for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Dobbs. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
You're a pussy, man. Damn. Always fucking hurt.
On third down, Smith. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. What?
Now Dobbs. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Let's go check
And
and
he
see
will
if that's a
have the
problem.
first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that. as a result, the drive continues. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still...
Oh, no way. He's beyond 4 yards. He's beyond 4 yards.
Effective gain, nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Dobbs. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Coach Riley play. Coach Riley play. We saw Swearinger. He stayed in. So we know that guy's behind. Oh, man. Is that Josh Norman? Oh, damn sure is. Whoop. Hey, look. Oh, he sees it. He sees it right away. He throws it. Yeah.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Smith on third down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
With Pap. She's had a bottle.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll go on the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
He'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
Back to throw Dobbs. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively.
We saw that guy. Oh, you gotta float it because he was open. Wow. You know what? See, that's the dumb shit that he's talking about right there.
But instead, it just brings up 4th down.
Okay.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On the handoff, It's Geis, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Smith to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. And we will not see another play as time has run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go! Grand 38!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action. It's Smith. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Geis, they'll try to run it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's Smith now on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Dobbs. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, that's Smith. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the carry, here's Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A first down carry for Smith. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
But how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Let's go. What?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Be just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Downs. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
To go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Smith again. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Oh, another great move. Jordan Reed, 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run, 67 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays. And this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And And they'll go on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go! 1!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Carson Wentz leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Who's he throwing that to? Wow.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jordan Hicks.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Dobbs now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go!
On 2nd down, Dobbs. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Reed wrestling ahead. Out to the left here to Reed. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
I mean, seriously.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
first down. Dobbs to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's taken at the 26. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Coming out as they get ready. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
first and 10. Dobbs. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Dobbs. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup here at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let's go! What?
And they'll run it here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw is Dobbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it.
He's way downfield, beyond 4 yards. Good job.
Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Dobbs now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Uh-oh.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5.
Twice every year.
Back to throw Dobbs. And he connects with Ertz.
Oh no, we got rid of Wentz. He wanted too much money.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave him because they
Nick
really
Foles, but he's on the bench right now.
So frustrating.
Josh Dobbs.
Play away from getting that football back here down late.
Because we play seasons, and so he was a free agent, so I picked him up.
Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
Come on, let's go. What 90?
Babe, we got to go to the store.
Off to Smith. Down right around the 25.
You said that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pep said, I'm cold. Yeah.
Here's Dobbs to throw.
My friends, they're at the beach. It's 91.
The ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They sent me pictures.
It is tough to complete pass against zone
defenses.
The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert.
Chocolate at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Dobbs is throwing. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
It's 11-15, babe.
They're able to convert on
well, I tried to wake you up, and you're like,
defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Oh, she did?
A good chance now to put this
That's the
game
canopy.
on
That's
ice.
one of them. That's the newest one that they have.
Come on, let's go. What 90?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's how we roll.
First and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Ohio! Here we go!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead.
I made an appointment for BioLife on Tuesday, babe.
Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up.
So the first 5
Never
visits
even got to it.
is $350. And then like they have this level, so it's basically $90 a week. Yeah, that's damn good. That's better than, way better than CFL. What's that?
Elliott now to kick this one away.
Hey, why are you trying to kill myself? You can only go twice a week. And they wouldn't know, but my body would.
The back line of the end zone for a touchback.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive.
So I went to Price Chopper and bought all my stuff. I bought her some water.
The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right?
That's how I get down,
so you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
She'll be done with that soon.
It's his fault. But hey, listen, if some guys have to be casualties at times, we're trying
it's
to
almost time for her to eat pears and peas and stuff.
On the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Yep.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right.
She probably should be eating like a little rice in her bottle.
Here in this
point
game,
now.
but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Well, she didn't go to bed till late. She should have slept all night. Babe, it was late.
Smith
should
now.
Should I remind you what you were trying to do?
Back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, no.
15 yards
That's not
through
what I
the
said.
air and a first down.
I said, you asked me if I was going to stay awake. I was like, no, but wake me up. And what did you do? Okay, babe, so why did you not, listen, why did you not make yourself all dirty?
Good plays have them on the move on first down.
Huh?
Smith on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again is Smith, and this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it.
Oh, no, she ate chocolate cake. It would be worse than, it would be problematic.
Target partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Well, I may not need one. He cut it pretty low.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, no, man. Couple weeks, man. 3 weeks at the most.
To run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback.
Oh,
now.
no, whoa.
Keep an eye on the play clock and bleed
Babe,
things down. And
what are you doing? Are you
let
digging
the ball
again?
Be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
So he's not last. Clippers. Yeah, some edges.
And they'll go on the ground. And unable to get downhill there,
No,
so
Pat.
take this up to about
No,
the
Pat.
37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring
No,
up
Pat.
a third down. Run
No.
blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll toss it to Smith. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On second down, here's
And he's
Smith.
got a doctor's
And
appointment.
Allen to run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because
I don't
every coach we've
think
ever
so.
talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Manu. Yes. Can't wait.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Good job. Kung Fu China-san. He's got a dislocated shoulder.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
On the counter, it's Smith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Let me break out the shorts and the tank top. Although there'll be some people that have on shorts and tank tops
Another
today.
running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go! What? 90!
They go back to the ground with Smith. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Here we go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hobby.
And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away.
Like how long will she be able to...
Obviously a touchdown.
Oh, that the mattress thing adjusts, doesn't it? Okay.
But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right?
Shower?
So defensively, you play what they call top down.
I mean,
nothing behind you.
Eventually
Make
you will,
everything
right?
get completed in front.
To throw is Smith. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal.
Oh, on an angle?
It. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, no, then you should just let your back hurt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Game in hand. The offense takes the knee.
Hey, first of all, you can't even get in there. We can't even get in there to do that. That's the first thing. We're going to run fast.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Hey, beautiful. I think my knee creeped. Babe, really? Really? Okay, I won't even talk about you.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Babe.
Here we go.
Look at the intently.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Intently. I think it's all the colors and the flashing.
Delay of game, offense.
She what?
So that one will be accepted.
She's processing.
Still
learning. You was a camp counselor? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. JC, yeah.
After the delay,
Where'd
they're
you get
backed
that shirt?
up
That's
even
pretty cool.
further for 3rd and long.
Yeah, counselor. I saw it.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What?
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
Oh, man.
For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kung Fu China-sa. way to make the do-over count, because this guy had over 100 yards in the first quarter. Jay Green on Pew. All right, guys. Hey, beautiful. All right, let's see if we got any team activity to take. Nah, we really don't want to. We don't have a guy. Oh no. This is war room stuff right here. This war room stuff right there.